you live this life or walk this road, then you can talk shit. Gambling with my life, but I refuse to go for nonsense. This the life I chose, this all I know, ain't many options. Vow to tell the truth, I make the rules like I'm Fleece Johnson.
Hey, what's up? This is Big Lee with Hustler Spirit. I got the prison mind in here. What's up, Fleece?
I'm good, man. Now, I ain't no man, I'm a beast, nigga.
That's right.
A beast.
Okay.
And in this segment here, I want to tell people something. You know, I already talked to y'all about going to prison, right? Surviving in prison. You know, I survived 40 years, right? You know. And so, they got in prison kill spots.
Kill spots.
Yeah, that's what we call blind spots. We call them kill spots. Where ain't no cameras, ain't no guard towers can see you. You can do your thing, girl. Mm-hmm. You know, you got something against somebody, you can stab them, pipe them, kill them, and just as long as don't nobody see it, right? And nothing but inmates. So, I'm telling people right now, man, every time I turn my TV on, man, I see in my city, man, city of Louisville, killings, man. This, you know, this, and they really don't know. It make me understand why Jesus and them said in the Bible, forgive them, they don't know what they doing. They actually don't know. You think you can get out here and kill somebody, man? What, when you get caught, then what? Oh, you can come off with the gangster attitude. If I get caught, I get caught. But it's on sight. I got to do this. You don't got to do nothing. When you go there and you realize who you killed got family in her, friends or loved ones, waiting on you. And you don't know nothing about the kill spots. And you think you got friends in there, people that since you've been on the streets, they been in prison 3, 4, 8 years, and you ain't sent them nothing. You think they gonna care about you when you come in there? You already demonstrate you wasn't with them. When they got locked up, you ain't send them nothing. Then go to their mama, then give their sisters or nothing. Hey man, give your brother this, man. You didn't do none of that. But you gonna kill somebody, go to prison, and think you got friends and man, they look at you, man, like you crap, man. You know, and when you get in there, you don't know nothing about the kill spot, somebody leads you off into a little area, and then somebody come out on you and start piping you and stabbing you. It's over, bro. You know, a lot of y'all getting locked up, y'all can't do 40 years like I did. I know you can't. And the prison system is a lot worse now. Yeah, a lot worse.
It's not as bad as it was when you first went in with all the racism and stuff, right?
It's not as, look, it's bad. Mm-hmm. And what makes it bad is it's gonna be better than it was when I went in there. Because the young people getting locked up, they never even thought they'll ever get locked up. Man, I got a plan, man. We gonna do this, man. He gonna be in his car, man. Run up on the car, gun it. So, one of y'all get locked up months later. Somebody always run their mouth. Can't get their mouth, keep it shut. Go tell somebody that somebody you told go tell somebody else, and sooner or later everybody know who did it. You know, they know who did it. And it's just a matter of time before either a bullet catch you out of police. And when that happens, you go to prison. Now, you in jail. Now it's on your man. I wonder what's your name in prison and all that. So then, you know what y'all been doing? I'm gonna tell you what I've been hearing when I was in prison. I watched First 48. I ain't seen no much snitching, ratting and snitching. you know, these killers. When they get in that police station and they start threatening them, boy, we know who did it. We know you did it. And you know what? You facing life. Get him out of here. I ain't got nothing to say. Hey, hold up, man. Damn, y'all gonna let me say something? And start telling. I was there, but I ain't the one to pull the trigger. So pull the trigger. All that old shit. And you got to live the rest of your life. But here's the scariest part. When you're in prison, when I went in at 15, the scariest part to me is growing old in prison, looking in a mirror and seeing your eyelashes turn gray. Your hair on your head start turning gray. People gonna forget about you. They did me like that. You ain't no special. You think people gonna stand with you for 20 or 30 years, a life sentence? They gone. You being up by yourself, trying to figure out how to survive. Only thing you got that's really valuable in there is your booty. If you got some good head, your head. Ain't nothing else you got valuable. You know, your friendship don't mean nothing. You know, you already proved that before you came to prison. You wasn't looking out for nobody in prison. So why would they greet you like, hey, it's my homeboy? If they greet you like that, they want some money out of you. Booty I head. I don't care how long you know them. You in for a word awakening, buddy.
Now, what about that kill spot you talking about? What actually, how does that go down?
Man, it goes down like down Eddyville. We have the guards don't stay at their post all day. Like Eddyville got a loop, you go around in a circle. Half of that circle, you can't see nothing. Towels, camels. Well, they done put up some now, but at first they didn't. But now, like, they still got kill spots in the bathrooms. They got a wall up right there. You know, you walk in there, use the bathroom, somebody come around the wall and lay you down on that floor. Leave you there, go to the shower, wash up, and all that stuff. And so what they do, they'll tell other people, you know, to go down there and go back. Then somebody gonna see you down there dead. And I had a friend in prison that I was in a hole. And like his one dude, he got stabbed by like 17 times. And everywhere he was trying to run, and they already had him to kill him. And they said he was a rat. And you know, over some dope. And so he fell down and he was bleeding out. The guards didn't see nothing. And if they did, they looked the other way. My friend went down there, picked him up and ran him to the prison hospital, saved his life. When they heard that, you saved this rat's life, we coming at you. So I'm in the hole. So I said, man, I got to go out here and straighten all this out. You know, cause he's in the hole now. I said, well, you leave the yard? He said, yeah. He said it was the whole yard trying to kill me, man. I said, man, I'm getting out tomorrow. You better come on out. And so I went out there and I went to everybody, you know, and they like, no, Felice, dude's a rat, man, this and all that. I said, I don't care what he was, my friend that saved his life. He did a humane thing, bro. He didn't have nothing to do with that. He looked at the man like he was a brother, a black man. I said, y'all ain't gonna put your hands on him, man. And I was strapped. I'm like, we can settle this now, you know, all of us can die today. I mean, what? And they squashed it. It is easy, man, to go to prison, hard to get out. If you the type of person, you don't want to take no crap. You ain't gonna take no disrespect. You ain't gonna have a bad name put on you. Don't go to prison. And the gossip in prison is bad. People get killed for gossiping, like making up stuff. Like, I remember two dudes got in a fight. So on his way to the hole, and I was hollering, what they lock you up for, man? He handcuffed the guards and taking them to the lockup, the jail, prison jail. So somebody hollered, oh, they caught him on one. You know, sucking one. Come to find out, he cussed the guard out. Didn't have nothing to do with none of that. So when he get out of the hole and heard what dude said about him, he stabbed him. You know. And man, I know it's hard out here. I mean, I'm not in prison no more. I was doing good before I got out. I'm talking about, man, I was rolling. I had money up my butt. I mean, I had the power, the money. I had cigarettes, weed, booty. But they threw me out. And right at a time when I was really enjoying prison.
Hold on, enjoying it?
Yeah, I was enjoying it at that time.
How you enjoy prison?
Look, man, the worst thing you can do is get in a situation.
And go to prison.
And go to prison, first of all. But I did so much time in there where I thought I wasn't never getting out, so I might as well enjoy myself. So I was running stores, I had poker games, I had gambling all day. I'm like, cigarettes, even though they told us we can't smoke no more. I had cigarettes, I had weed, I had whiskey, I had booty. I mean, I had everything that a prisoner can want. I didn't like for nothing. And they knew that. You know, it was meant to destroy
And you was having fun.
Yeah, I was having fun. I took a bad situation and made it good. You know, I'm sending people money from prison.
Yeah, because you thought you was never getting out.
Yeah, I'm sending them money. They looking at money orders, $1,500. $1,800 money orders coming 3-4 times. I'm making big money in there. And I'm having fun. And ain't nobody bothering me. I done fought to my respect level, you know. A lot of times you got to fight up to your respect level. You know, if you want that respect, you got to fight for it. They don't just give you respect in prison. You fight for that. And then that's the problem. When you fight for it, you risk picking up more time. You know, picking up more charges, more time, and prolonging your time in prison. The judge give you 21 years, you can probably get out in 13 months or 24 months. But when you go in there and start fighting, getting rolled up, disciplinary reports, you're going to end up doing most of your time. And if you pick up new charges like I did, yeah, you're going to definitely do more time. But what was meant to break my spirit, heal my spirit. You know. See, I never knew how weak I was until I went to prison. You know, I didn't know my weaknesses. You know, none of them. You know, I went to prison. And
that's when you found out you couldn't fight.
Yeah, I couldn't do a lot of shit. But I had to learn how to fight.
So if you had to learn, so you got beat up at first.
No, I never got whooped. Never.
Well, how you know you didn't know how to fight if you didn't get whooped?
Bruh, Even
You gonna tell the truth about taking an L in there.
I didn't get whooped in there, man. You can go through these Kentucky prisons, and the only person they talk about is me. You would never hear me having suffered a loss in the penitentiary. I would refuse to do it. I would kill before I suffer a loss. You can't suffer a loss in there. That's it. That's you ain't got no standing, no power or nothing in there. You better win your fights. I won. I'm going to tell you this. I said I didn't know how to fight. I'm up against people that's being boxing, put on combat boots, go out there and box, hit the bag, heavy bag, speed bag, and then go lift weights and jog. And they've been doing that for decades. I'm off the streets, little skinny arms. Come on, man. I ain't got no special training like Army, martial arts. I ain't got none of that. When young people go to prison, they ain't got none of that stuff under their belt. Well, they done been trained fighters, They go in there like me, only knowing how to use a gun. And so you got to learn, man. You got to learn how to fight, man. And you got to learn when to fight, who to fight, how to throw the first punch, how to take a person to their ground. You got to have a certain... I had fear in me. Fear of getting stomped, stabbed. I'm not going on the ground, buddy. You know, I seen people get on that ground and get big, broken booted in the mouth, face, blood everywhere, stomped in the head. I said, no. If I even think we got a problem, I'm going to solve it quick. And I'm going to be the first one. I don't care if it's a brick, a steel pipe, a knife in your belly. Whatever I got to do to win that fight, I'm going to throw the first punch and I'm going to take you up out of here. And see, when you win a certain amount of fights, brutal, ain't nobody going to want to fight you then.
So you beat somebody half to death. Ain't nobody gonna mess with you after that.
Nah, they gonna try you still after that, but every now and then you got people that think they stronger than you. Mm-hmm. Just like when they ran across me, they said, man, I heard a lot about you, police. And you can see them sizing me up. I seen their eyes look me up from my feet all the way up. And then every now and then when they got to know them, they'll squeeze my arm, see if I had strength in my arm and all this stuff. And then somebody told me one day, he said, they told me, police, if I ever fight you, watch out for that left hook. So I sat back and thought about that. I said, who the hell is talking about me? Watch out for... They get ready to try me. They done heard a lot about me, all my battles, and they like, man, if I can whoop him, my name is up there. Mm-hmm. I whoop Fleece Johnson. See, it's only one problem with that. I ain't gonna let that happen. You ain't whooping nothing here, buddy. You know, like I told him before, I tell him again, step to me, I'm going to take you to lunch, and I'm going to make sure you eat the whole meal. I ain't playing with you. I don't care nothing about all that. You young. I was young when I went in there. Man, I had so many fights. And the people I was fighting, these wasn't no just little people. Shoot, Lil Money, he weighed 3-something. You know, one dude weighed about 290, 280. Solid fighters, knockout order. Donnie KLT, call him the jawbreaker. Roger Bailey, Raymond Stevenson, Lil Money. I mean, all these people is got reputations.
I see you left 88 out of it.
I can name. How many do you want me to name? I can't say it and name.
I noticed you left the one guy that knocked you flying out of it. So I
Man.
guess he put something in you, some type of fur in you.
Okay.
Cause you left his name out that list of fights. I get it though.
No, you don't get it.
It's fine. You can leave him out. I get it.
No, I'm an incredible fighter.
I know until 88 ran up on you.
Look,
I know you ended up getting him back.
Yeah, I did get him back and whooped him.
He whooped you first, and then you got him
He
back.
never whooped me, man. He hit me. Look, man.
One hit a quitter.
Well,
I
let everybody in America believe what they want to believe. Run up on me and see if you get a one-hit quitter. I don't care who you are.
Come on, you 66 now, man.
I don't know why God has blessed me with the body that I got. Yeah, I'm 66, but guess what?
Well,
Mr. 66 don't go to the hospital. Mr. 66 has never had a real flu.
the flu, huh?
I had symptoms. I never had a flu in my whole life. Chicken pox, none of this. I don't go to the hospital.
Do they get chicken pox in prison?
Nah, I never known of nobody ever had it, but they get the flu outbreak every year.
Oh, they get the flu.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the guards bring the flu in.
Well, they say the guards, most of them guards is farmers and stuff, but then them guards would say the inmates coming from other prisons bringing it. Whoever bring it is third. Maybe none of them is bringing it. Maybe the stuff is just airborne, you know. But I learned about the incubation period of the common cold to all viruses, you know, their lifespan.
Mm.
And I read books on vitamins. You know, the most important vitamins after is the B family, B1, 6, and 12. You can find that in all green foods if you don't want to go to the pill form. So I study all of this, and I managed to incorporate that into my system with the help of God. You know, I put God above vitamins and all that because there's no way in the world that I even think that I should have even made it out of that.
If you was, let me ask you this: if you was young today, with everything that's going on, with that same mentality, do you think you would have made it to prison? You think you'd be just like these guys now out here?
No, I'd be worse. When I was out there in the streets, whoever is doing all this in Louisville and Newburgh, we had problems with Newburgh when I was growing up out in the West End.
So it's always been there.
It's always been, and the problem came from the Newburgh guys. They look better than the West End guys. They like live in suburbs. You know, they had good clothes and stuff like that. Most of them had cars. We was down there stealing out of the projects in the West End. And, you know, we came up with stuff. But when they come down the West End, our ladies, the West End girls go for the Newburgh guys, man. Because of the way they acted and the way they was raised and stuff, they had a lot of their stuff incorporated in them, made West End guys jealous. So they started beefing.
So you was jealous of?
Nah, I never was. I didn't never care about it. Back then, I wasn't even into girls. I was into nothing but making money and getting out there shooting that gun, man. That was it. You know, I was 14, 15, 13 at that time.
Yeah.
But I remember them days when they used to fight in crap games.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple of little small shootouts, not real murderers. But now, Victory Park, I was in prison when Victory came alive. The Victory Park Crips. And I met a lot of them in prison. Listened to them and let them tell me what was going on out there. And I got Crip, Victory Crip friends now, but I'm gonna just tell you like I told them. Y'all cutthroats, bro. Cutthroats. They'll rob each other and shoot each other. They brutal, treacherous, and they good as a friend, but not as a partner. Not to me, you know. But I wouldn't get caught up in that beef right there because it's like prison. You know, when I went in prison, when the guards did something real bad to me, my pride said I got to do something back, man. And then when I do something back, they feel like they got to do something back. Then that wheel keeps turning until somebody's going to have to call it.
That's what's going on there.
Yeah, and that's what's going to continue, because you can talk to them all day long. Say, man, y'all don't need to go do this, man. Why y'all shooting up these people, this and that? Well, these people we shooting up shot us up. So we going to go shoot them up. And then the people, when they go do that, then the people going to say, no, they shot us up, so we got to get them back. And it's going to keep going. But here's the thing. Sooner or later, majority of them going to start getting locked up. Boy, they're going to get so much time. And picture this, 20 years from now, now I'm going to say 15. 15 years from now, all these young guys that's going to prison for murder, that's who's going to be in the prison. Them. All the old ones done died off or something. They going to have the prison in 15 years, all these crazy ones that can't do time. If you see them come into prison, they can't do it. It trips them out, man. They has never did prison time. And them guards don't know how to... Well, the guard system was getting better, but now they don't know how to deal with them.
They don't know how to deal with the young people?
Except whoop them. You know, it's going to be treacherous. And then their mama's going to be getting these... People going to be hanging up on, hey, man, why you keep calling me? My phone bill is now up to this and that. Oh, I'm sorry, or I'll write you a letter. Well, I don't write back. I never knew the hardship what people was going through out here when I was, well, really, I cut them off too. When they cut me off, I cut them off.
How you cut them off?
Well, I didn't write them.
They already cut you off?
Yeah, they cut me off, I cut them off. So, you know.
You mean mentally?
Yeah, mentally. You know, just forget about it. You can't take all this stuff. You in a prison. You got to survive in prison. Your mental state is the most important part of it.
So you can't be worried about what's going on.
You can't be worried about nothing. If some girl tells you, look, man, I'm gone, I bye.
Right.
You know, your family, look, don't call, I ain't got no money to send you, I won't ask for none either. And stay on that and just cut them off and figure something else out, right? Go to your prison hustle. You know, write pen pals, whatever. You know, and then when you do get out, take advantage of the opportunities they got in education and trades and stuff. But ain't nobody, they ain't gonna do it. I didn't do it.
Well, you didn't think you was getting out.
Nah, didn't care either. And
you didn't care?
I stopped caring a long time ago, man. And
how many times to the board did it take for you to say, forget this?
I don't know.
That many?
Yeah, they, you know, you go in front of the board, they can let you out, and they say, well, we see you got to write up for this and that. We'll see you in 3 years. You gonna give me 3 years edit over this? And then you come off the board, you frustrated. Zero tolerance. First, anybody get disrespectful, you do them up. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to stop worrying about getting out. I'm grown and just put it in my mind, I ain't coming.
You're not getting out?
I ain't getting out. I don't care no more. I'm going to deal with my situation.
Did you cry at that point?
I never cried. Never. One time in prison when my mama was dying, I cried. Other than that,
what kept you from crying, man? That's a lot of time.
Look. You go to prison, like I said, your mental state. Once you stop caring, I realized the only reason things was hurting me and stressing me is because I was caring in that area. My concern was there. I cared that I receive a letter from home. I cared if somebody come and visit me. I cared if somebody send me. When I stopped caring, I ain't feeling stresses and
you wasn't disappointed or mad no more.
Nothing to do, y'all. And I started looking at things realistic, right? This is my life and my family's life. Live your life how you want to. You got God to answer to. You know, I'm going to live mine. So I did what I wanted to do. Didn't care what nobody thought about it.
Hey, Fleece, after doing all that time, man, if a person say they mess up and go to prison, is it any tricks on how to get out quicker?
Yeah. It ain't no trick. You gotta be real. It's like in jail. It starts from jail. Your conduct. You know, most prison got a point system. You know, and they judge the inmates by his age, his disciplinary reports, his charge, and stuff like that. So when you go to jail, you got to know how to navigate, stay out of trouble, drama, keep your nose clean, go to prison, and situate yourself. You know, a lot of people go to prison, they want to get around people that is still criminal minded. You know, prison got trays where like in Eddyville, like you could take a tray up in as a mechanic, construction, bricklaying. They got college courses. They get real credits. They got GED. They got carpentry, upholstery. They got sewing classes. They got food classes where they teach you how to cook, a real food class. They got these opportunities set here with the hope that these inmates would find something likable and commit themselves to it so that when they get released, they overqualified in that field to get a job. You know, they got all this up on them, all that education and stuff on. But most of them get out, they don't know nothing. Don't know how to change the wheel on the tire, buddy. Took that whole prison time and wasted it because they want to be around the criminal minded. Run around, play basketball, shoot basketball, rap. Never make an album, but they rapping. Getting in a lot of crazy stuff in prison. Don't want to go to church. Don't want to be a Muslim. Don't want to be a Catholic. Don't want to do nothing but just stay criminal minded. Now, inmates would say, man, we are like that because even in prison, we get harassed so much by the guards that nah. If you want to go in prison and come out, you can take a prison time. I didn't do it because I was ignorant. But I could have took that 40 years and came out of there with all kinds of degrees and certificates. You know, very skilled in a lot of stuff. I'm skilled in certain things, but I would have been professional. So if a person if you go to prison, you can look at prison as like, you got to put yourself in the right spot. You got to put yourself in the right spot. But a lot of people go in prison and you want to survive. And inmates be watching you, everybody that go through the canteen line. You come out with all these big bags of groceries. They go on and test them. So they'll test you. Hey, what's up, bro? Can I get one of them pops? You say, no, man, I don't know you. So they go back to their dog. Yeah, he's nasty, man. He's nasty. We didn't give a man a pop, man. So what we gonna do? We gonna take him. We gonna take all his pops. Take all his groceries since he won't be nasty. And that's how they come at you.
What, a whole crew?
Man, yeah. Sometimes one person. Sometimes they got people that they got knockout powers in there. They had a white dude named Lil Rock. They call him Rock Monster. His real name is Gene Miller.
He was knocking people out.
Man, little Gene Miller, man, Lil Rock, man, he thinks he's black too, man. He talk a lot of black stuff. You know, all the blacks like him and stuff. What's up, Rock? And Rock Monster.
Y'all let him say the N-word in there?
Yeah, we in prison, man. We wild.
Y'all let him say the N-word.
It depends on who's saying it and the way you saying it, right? You know, like we got some dirty white boys. They call themselves come out of party in Louisville, bikers and stuff. Now, when I go talk to them, I say, "What's up, my Klan brothers?" You know, Ku Klux Klan crackers.
And what they say to you?
Come on, Fleece Johnson, what's up, man? I say, ain't nothing up, cracker. You know. And we sat there and we get high. You know, so in prison, man, they hoard in there. Just like I told y'all about the time when Love killed, he's a killer out of Louisville. And but all the young guys, he's the OG, they mess with him. Love killed. Hurry, your daddy hit your mama, shot your mama good. I hope she died. And Love killed. I said, yeah, okay. Thank you. But the dude that's saying be messing with him, his grandmama died. And Love Kid ran up on him and said, what's wrong? He said, man, my grandmama died. He said, you love her? He said, yeah, I love her. He said, you love her that much, dig the dirty bitch up. He started laughing. He can't do nothing but laugh because he picks at him. So in prison, everything is like harder than it is out here. Mm-hmm. We know how to take insults and all that stuff and make jokes out of it, you know. And they say, hey, police, they say you a nigga. I say, yeah, I am. Black, dirty nigga, SB nigga. You know, we can joke about stuff, you know. And we don't take it too outrageous. Now, if we had a attitude with somebody and then they come off with that word, you know, let's do it. You know, it means something, you know, it's different.
Yeah.
And so, we just got, prison ain't no joke. But people in there, they ain't with all that feel sorry for me stuff, crybaby stuff. A lot of young guys come in there didn't realize they'd ever end up in prison. And just the whole atmosphere in there drives them nuts. They ain't got no weed, no dope. Ain't nobody gonna give them nothing. Free. What you gonna do? You ain't got nothing. Then your girlfriends and stuff like them girls, is what used to get me in prison. I'm sat down, dude said, hey, Felice, said, my girl, I said, who came to visit you? Oh, my girl did, man. I told her just go on, man, live my life, man. I got too much time. I said, man, you ain't got over 10 years. I said, I did 12 flat in the hole. So you crying about 10 years, you can do it staying on top of your head, bro.
That's a lot of time, man.
Yeah, to young people. But he said that his girl promised him she wasn't going to mess with no man. He said, you think I should believe? I said, yeah. I said, here's what she ain't telling you. It'll be a woman. See, that's the whole thing what's happening in prison. Most of the guys in prison, they lost a dyke, came through and stole their woman. And their woman get on the phone and say, I ain't messed with no man since you been locked up. And she be telling the truth. But she messing with a woman. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's big, man. And, man, you hear so many stories in prison, man. People do one of the greatest guys I ever met. I said, man, what happened to you, bro? He said, oh, police, man, I killed my wife in front of my daughter, man. My daughter said I'll never get to see my grandbabies ever. I said, what do you think about that? Cause you know, we ain't, I don't feel sorry for you talk. I said, you was rotten, nigga. You did it, and that was rotten, doing it in front of your daughter. He said, I know, police, man, get on out of my face, nigga. That's how we talk to him. We ain't with the feel sorry stuff, right? One dude told me he was in there for almost killing his daddy. I said, what did you kill your daddy for? I almost killed him. Man, police, I had a good job, man. I just got promoted as a foreman, and I came home one day, my daddy was at my house. He don't know where I live, so he opened the door and asked me what I'm doing here. I said, this is my home. He said, your home? I said, yeah. And that's my fiance. He said, man, my daddy told me, man, that's your sister. I said, your sister? He said, man, she's pregnant, police. I said, it comes from one of them families that don't want to tell the kids who your stepsister is. This is your half brother, this is your half sister, whatever. They don't do that. And he ended up having gotten her pregnant. So here's what I hit him then. I said, well, now that y'all know y'all sisters and brothers, y'all gonna go through with the wedding? You know what he did? This man went in the bathroom, got up, went in the bathroom, came out, and had a razor blade, just cut himself. He going nuts. I said, man, what you do that for? He said, I'm gonna die. I said, well, go on die. I said, cut your throat. See, we don't talk all that. Please don't, man. Go on and cut that too, bro. Up here. Don't just cut your own cut up here. See, he was still, he didn't want to die. So, it's crazy. Life in there is crazy.
So he cut his arm for what? Some attention?
I don't know. He's going crazy. They do it often in prison. Man, it's so many people, you look at their wrists, they got cut marks all over their wrist, arm. They got one guy, he'll start up here and go all the way down with the razor blade.
Yeah, you told us about it. What was his name?
Monster.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, Gary Dale.
Was he crazy before he got there, or he went crazy in there?
He's been crazy. They go crazy in prison. And like I don't know how he was when he first came.
Was you crazy before prison or after you went in there?
Man, I've always been crazy.
You
So, you know, it worked well for me. You know? But you got a lot of people, man, that you know, like I tell them, I made it, man. You know, I made it through prison, and I wanted to give another shout out to what was his name? Joey.
Yeah, Dane reached out and wanted you to give him a birthday shout out.
Yeah, Joey, happy birthday, man. You in the military, hey, that's a blessing. To be on the fighting field, brother. You know, but here's the thing, though.
You know, son, let me ask you something real quick, because it sounds like the military is close to being in prison in a way. They get trade lunch in the cafeteria. They got to be up at a certain time, go to bed at a certain time, I guess, in what's that, basic training?
Yeah. Now, even out of basic training, the program remains.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they constantly exercise and stuff for... What they are doing is, here's what the military...
They turn them down like they...
They'll tear anybody down. See, now, real Americans, to me, you know, you got people now that looks out here in society and don't see opportunities out here too much. So they know you can join the military and you can get upgraded out here in society. You know, that's an upgrade out here. a military vet, you know, you're supposed to be more respected and more benefits come to you and stuff like that, you know, towards survival. But then you got some people go to the military to get out of trouble, man. You know, they was caught up in situations in the hood, in gangs and stuff like this, and they want to cut ties with doing something bad to join something that's supposed to be representing good, but you can fight too. You know, you got a fighting spirit to go to the Army, Navy, Marines. But me, I'm like this. There was a verse in the Bible, and I always said it once, I'm going to say it again, John the Baptist. Them soldiers ran up on him when Jesus was doing his thing, and they said, what should we do, man? He said, see that you do violence to no man. Now, I try to understand it. How can you be a soldier and not be committed to violence, you know? But what he was telling that soldier was, you can be a soldier, but don't do no violence, right? And I wonder how it would work, right? But then Jesus made a statement.
How you think it worked?
It wouldn't. Because Jesus made a statement when they was getting ready to take him the night they came to lock him up. He said, if I was of this world, I would tell my disciples to fight. If I was of this world. That's in the Bible, the exact state words. So it depends on how you look at it. And but what they fighting over nowadays, that's why I never joined the service, because I'm not gonna let no man tell me who to kill, bro. Now when it comes to taking a human life, I prefer that it be because he did something to me. My loved ones or something, he's a threat to us. Got to be whipped out. But far as me joining some type of, I'm gonna call them a gang, organization gang, that they can just come to me without me knowing what's going on and just say, hey, you've been selected to go in there and take this person out, that person out. You got the license to kill. Man, get out of my face. I ain't doing nothing.
You know, it's funny you said it, because I done had a couple military guys that's reached out to the channel actually tell me that you would have been a great soldier with your warrior, what you call it, warrior?
Yeah, I'm a warrior.
Mentality,
yeah, I would have won the battle. I can win any battle.
He called he said you could have been, even though Rambo was on TV, he said you could have been like a black Rambo.
Yeah.
He had that much confidence.
I had a strategy, just like if I was fighting a terrorist. You know how I would fight them?
Yeah.
One thing that them Muslim terrorists don't like is what? What's their biggest fear?
What, pork?
Pig.
What you gonna do with a pig?
Now listen, they train their fighters. They train psychologically, bring them or whatever, brainwash them. They train their fighters to be willing to die, to strap bombs on them, to do everything, and they tell them that it'll make a martyr out of them, and they'll go to heaven, and they'll have this and that, Allah will bless them, and they believe it. But look, when you can put the doubt into soldiers, man, right? Like, since they want to be nasty, I'm going to fight them nasty. I'm going to take and put it out that all our bullets is soaked in pig blood and stuff like this. And when it enters your body, I'm gonna have it where when it enters your body, what it does, And you can forget about going to heaven. You're going straight to hell. You know, all that stuff.
They not going to believe nothing
They
like that.
will believe it. You know how I know they will believe it?
Yeah.
Because I put it to the test in the penitentiary, bro. You know.
What you say?
Look.
What did you do?
Well, there was a Muslim dude I used to mess with, right? We in the hole, we trying to sleep. And then when he prays in Arabic. And he does it loud 3 times a day.
Was he the one that got on the line?
No, not him. This is another one. I ain't like him.
Okay.
He was disrespectful. He go, Ma. You know how they say the Arabic thing. So why he doing that?
What they do?
Ma. And then I would holler, oh. Then he'll stop. He'll say, who's doing that? Won't nobody say nothing. He said, don't play my religion, man. Whoever it is, don't play my all that. Then he went back. All praise due to Allah. Come on, I said, oh. And he'll stop. Then he started making threats and stuff. What he gonna do? And then I spoke up. I said, look, man. I'm the one doing it because he blamed somebody else, told that person he's gonna. I said, no, he didn't do it. It was me, Felice Johnson, brother. He said, Felice, I know who you are. I don't speak to you, brother. You're an infidel. All that old stuff. I said, call me whatever, bro. I said, you're going to pay for that. You're going to apologize to me. I said, here's what I'm going to do. I said, I got some pork down here. I said, you can save your prayer. I got this pork stuff. And I'm going to mix it with pea. And I'm going to throw it on you. It kills everything, bro.
Well, I'm pretty sure the pea did it. I don't know about the pork.
He checked out the walk.
Because of the pea?
No, the fact that I was talking about throwing some pork stuff on it. Now, if you get a real Muslim fanatic, I mean the ones that is really fanatics, you know, I read the Quran, and I appreciate the Quran. If any Muslims hearing me, I'm not making fun of Islam, man. I read 1,813 pages of the Quran. I know how it starts off. All praise due to God, most gracious, most merciful, master of the day of judgment. Thee do I worship thee. I'm being through that. I read the prophet. You know, and he didn't leave no detailed instructions on way of life in the Quran. It come from the Hadith. It come from other people trying to interpret the Quran. The Quran, all that stuff they doing, tying bombs on them and all that old stuff. It ain't in the Quran, man. I read the Quran, right? And I read about the prophet's life. I learned about his background, his sisters, and everything. A maker, 3 miles, and a cave he went to 3 miles from the holy city. And it was a real angel that he did meet and gave him that revelation. But that angel was not commissioned by God to do that. They did it, though. Because, I mean, man, it's a lot going on. I don't like getting into it. But I know this thing about a real Muslim that really believe in Islamic teachings. If you tell the enemy and you fight them, and they see people standing over them pouring stuff over their bodies and stuff, right? And you saying it's just to stop them from thinking they're going to be a martyr in heaven from this brutal killing they did. And this is going to send them, man, it'll turn that whole table. I know it's crazy, but it works.
So you really think
I know
somebody's saying they're going to soak the bullets in pork?
Man, pour pork blood over your dead body, all that old stuff. They going to, that'll wake them up. They don't want that. Because they fighting to get in heaven. They think they are. They've been brainwashed and told all this old stuff that they told, and it's not true. You know, they're going to hell regardless, right? But They don't realize this, but they in their mind is that what get them is to fight this cause that they fighting, whether they strap bombs. I mean, these people got families and stuff. I mean, it'd be just like me kissing my son and daughters and my wife and saying, look, I got to do this. I'll meet y'all in heaven. I mean, it's crazy that you can brainwash somebody to the point where they would kill like that over something you tell them. And it's just like, that's why I ain't never joined a gang or none of these violent organizations. I'm not going to let you tell me what to do, man. If I think a person shouldn't be killed and you tell me go kill him, I'm not going to kill him. You know, if I don't think it was that serious, look, man, this is something that you can just walk away from. You can solve it in a different, he must die. You know what? Get out of my face or you'll be the next one to die.
Fleece, do the wave. Let me see you do the wave. Did you used to break dance?
Nah, I ain't break dance.
Do it one more time. I just want to see it. All right, man, go ahead. You said you had something on your mind. I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah, man. I know how I used to be, and everybody know treacherous. I didn't care. I was bad. And when I say bad, I mean bad. I mean, when I say I ain't care, I ain't care.
You had a demon in you.
Yeah, a bad spirit. A demon is what you can call it. Without a doubt.
Well, you never actually told us about one in you.
And when I entered penitentiary, and I was forced into situations where I got to fight. And I developed from all them battles. It's just like, you know, and I'm trying to reach out. I'm in prison trying to reach out here in the streets to let people know what's going on in here. Nobody came to my aid. And I was contacting all them black organizations to say they for black people. Man, they violating my rights. Nobody helped. I said, I'm going to have to fight this on my own, man. And at the time, I didn't know nothing about law. But, you know, you're going to back up out of me. You violate my rights. I'm a human. I know I'm in prison. I know why I'm in prison. I'm being punished for it. But this is extra. Trying to treat me nasty and bad and all that shameful. I said, no, I fought. And it went on and on and on. And we just fought. The whole 40 years fighting. Me fighting a big organization, a system. Of people that got more power, more money, resources. All I got is a cup of duty. And I defeated them. And so here's the point though. I got so nasty and mean. You know, I mean, I'm fighting people that I mean. I mean, you know, people fail to realize I'm in a prison. I'm not in a church. I'm not in a Walmart, Kroger's or nothing. I'm in a penitentiary. I'm around people that done killed neighborhoods. People that are serial killers, baby rapers, just people that done, you know, did some horrible stuff. And I ain't really did all that. So, I choose to fight. You know, I don't care how much time you got. You know, I don't want to hear all them old wild stories about how many people you killed on the streets. You know, you bleed and you die just like anybody else, right? And that's how I'm gonna treat you. You know, you can get stuck, you can get killed too. You know, everybody in prison got one good thing in common. They want to live. They don't walk around in prison saying, I'm ready to die today and all that shit. You know, you want to live. You know, I don't care if you got 10 life sentences. You still want to live it out. You know, you still treasure your life. So when that register in me, I'm like, hey, everybody on the same level. I ain't gonna have no picks. You know, if I go to war, I'll go to war with anybody, serial killer or not, I don't care. And I remember this one day, dude snuck up on me with a butcher knife, cut my head back and put it at my throat. I was 18. And he had tears coming out his eyes, talking about, I'm gonna kill him. I'll kill him and all that. And everybody hollering, don't do this, don't. Come on, man. He's young, man. Don't. Hey, man, come. He said, man, he's so. And I just stood there. He had me. And they talked him away and took the knife out of his hands. They said, apologize to him. I popped him in his mouth, knocked him out. And I told him, you can't come back on this yard, buddy. You pull a weapon on me, ain't no way in the world we can live in the same area. Once a weapon come out, it kills it. You know, we can get in a squabble or whatever, man. You pull a weapon, like you was intending to kill me, I take that very serious, and I'm like, on sight. Whenever we see each other, we got to throw. Until one of us, you know, they got to remove us. Somebody gonna die, you know. That's what I came through in 40 years of imprisonment. And the people that I fought in there, they wasn't no cowards. They had reputations. Bigger than me, stronger than me. They had more people on their side that ride with them. I ain't have nobody but me. I do my own riding. So they had me outnumbered, outgunned, they had weapons. You know what? My attention turned towards the leader of the pack. I went to the leader of the pack, destroyed him. And his little followers, they like, hey man, you know, we cool. Yeah, all right. I fought a white guy in there one day. He was over the Aryan Nation, the racist.
Oh, the Aryan.
Yeah, Aryan Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Now, in different states, they brutal. They can fight. They war horses. I give them credit. Here in Kentucky, it's a lot of wannabe Aryan Brotherhood, you know, taking the name and stuff, right? So this dude, he come from L.A., and that's what they called him. And he ran the white people in the prison. And them guys was tough. You know, them Portland guys and them, you know, them white dudes can thump. They'll thump. They thump. Brutal. And so he was over them. So one day, me and him, we got into it. Now his people trying to tell him, man, don't, man. He said, brothers, we got a nigger on the walk, a monkey. We got this monkey on the walk. Yeah, he kept saying, we got this monkey on the wall. And I'm like waiting on him to say my name, man. You know, you be talking about anybody. So when he came out for a shower, he spit through my door, right? And threw some pee in her. It got on me. Now, this guard, her name was Kathy. Country guard, you know, big, thick, white country guard. And she, she act like, she liked me. So she heard about the incident. So she said, hey, would you like to get him? I said, yeah. So this is gonna be arranged, right? So tomorrow, he come out for a legal call on the wall. We in the hole. They open my door, I come out. So all the white guys holler, watch out, LA, watch out. So he ran to the mop bucket, steal my bucket and had a steel mop wrangle. Pulled it out of the mop bucket. I'm walking up on him smiling, right? So he said, you a dead monkey today. I said, oh, for real? He said, yeah, I'm walking up on him. So when I get in range, I tilt out to him like that. You know, I always tilt out because when you swing, I'm going to go back. You know, you going to miss and I'm coming in while you getting ready to go back and I'm getting ready to connect, right? It's an easy way to hit somebody, right? And so when I got in that range, I tipped out, he swung, I went back and came in. Popped him. My ringer he dropped it, he hit the wall and all that. I said, here, go get that. Now all these white guys, these is white guys that was killers. They looking through the door, get him, LA, get him. Get up, get him. He grabbed my ringer again. And he pitched it from hand to hand like, what is he doing? You know, he watched too many movies or something, right? So I came up close to him like that, flinched at him. I flinched, and kept walking up on him, right? Because I know he getting ready to make his mistake, but he almost connected this time. So I said, man, stop playing with him. So this time I hit him, my ring went down, I knocked him down. I went over and grabbed that mop wrangle. I beat him. I took that thing and I beat his legs, his arm, I broke his arm, all that shit. I beat him brutal. And then took my thing out in front of the white dudes in the penitentiary. Took my thing out and peed on him right there. And he's begging for his life and all that. So them guards is hollering. They shooting gas and all that on the wall. Get in your cell. They screaming. And I'm standing up peeing on him. Peeing in his face.
The gas didn't bother you?
No. I'm not going to. Hey, I got maced so many times in prison that when they run up in front of my cell, they say, back up. You know, that's the weakest thing you can do is back up and let them handcuff you. I said, no, come on in. You know, y'all want to fight? Come on in. And so, when they pulled Mace out, he said, he's immune to it. Just open the door, let's go in.
Okay, you still peeing on dude when they shoot the
so I peed on, so I got grown in my cell. They shoot them bags, boom, bap, 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 bap. Thing hit me all in the back and all that stuff. I made it to my cell.
What, you run?
No, I walked.
While they was hitting you?
Yeah. They hit me in the shoulder and the side and the back and all this stuff, right? So I made it to the cell, man. So I went to the sink and turned the sink on, stuck something in there where the water keep running. Soaked the red, pat my back and all that. They come on the walk, the nurse come on the walk, they bring a stretcher, put dude on the stretcher, and take him off the wall down to he go to outside the hospital. So they said, Johnson, they said, the nurse back up, let the nurse check you and make sure you're all right. So I did on that, you know, I backed up, they handcuffed me, opened my door, the nurse checked where they shot me and all that stuff. She said, are you? I said, I'm okay. So they put me back in my cell. Unhandcuffed me and all that. Now the walk is quiet. Everybody on that walk, I'm the only black person. There was 2 black people on that walk. Now these white guys here on this walk is the toughest you ever run into. Killers. Now they quiet. Then you can hear a book slide down the hall. You know, you write notes in the book and put it in the book and pitch it down the hall and fish it in when you want to, you know, write somebody a note on the wall. Because ain't nobody out on the wall to pass it for you. So you can't get caught passing in the hole as a write-up. So somebody say, I heard my name. Somebody said, throw this down to Fleece Johnson. Book hit in front of my cell. I threw a rag out there, a towel, and fished it in, read it. They said they ain't got no beef with me. They saw me whoop his punk. They leader. Saw him beg for his life. I peed on him. All that. They said if they put him back on this wall, we'll kill him. And they did. Put him back on. 3 weeks later, he come back on the wall, holler, hey, brothers, I'm back. I ain't get a call from none of y'all. All that old. They said, who's at L.A.? He said, yeah. They said, hey, y'all, L.A.'s back. So I'm sitting there wondering if they gonna kill him like they say they gonna kill him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they seem like they kissing back up to him. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a trouble. You know, I'll fight all of them. That's what hit my man. I don't care. And so he said, yeah. He said, I slipped on some of that water that came off the mop wrangle, and that's how that monkey got on top of me. I'm not gonna lie, brothers. I lost that one. They said, you did all right, L.A. You did all right. He said, thank you, brother. They said, you coming out for recreation? He said, yeah. When he came out, they killed him.
So
he was a disgrace to them.
So why don't you have any type of scars and wounds, except like when on your legs, the bullet when you got shot in the silk cutting you?
A white guy told me 2, 3 of them since I've been out of prison. They said, you did 40 years in prison, you ain't got a tattoo. I'm different.
Well, I can say I don't know why tattoos so important, but no scars.
No scars. I ain't got all that because I fought like I fought. Like I said, fear was a factor to me. I ain't gonna sit there and lie to nobody and let nobody tell me. I'm tell somebody I'm not afraid. Man, I kept fear in me, and you know what? That fear worked to my advantage. Because when I fought, that's what was coming out of me, fear. You know, that's why I fought so hard, man. I said, man, I'm not going to let nobody whoop me in here, stomp me and choke me out and all this stuff. I'm not going through that. If I got a problem with you, man, I'm taking it straight to you. You know, hard. If I catch you sitting down with your back turned, anything, laying on the bed asleep, that's how I get you. So, I became so evil in it.
Yeah, finish telling about that demon, man.
Yeah.
That demon that was in you.
I was evil.
What's some of the evil things you did?
Man, I cut people.
What do you mean?
Cut them.
For what?
Just for the hell of it. You know, just to have something to do, to see some excitement. You know, like we be in a hole and they lock somebody up next door to me. One of them crybabies, right? I said, what's up, man?
You told us about that when you cut his arm off. But I'm
Yeah.
talking about, you was talking about just randomly cutting people, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How does that happen? What does that look like?
First of all, I count the attitude towards the people that was coming in the penitentiary off the streets thinking they tough, right?
Mm.
And they coming off the street with and so I got a chance of taking some contracts, you know.
Well, you take some what?
Contracts, you know.
For hire.
For hire, yeah. It used to come to me.
No, for real, man.
Yeah, I am for real. Come straight to me. You know, you got people that come off to. I mean, people in prison, we ain't got nothing.
How do somebody contract somebody inside prison from the street?
Man, you got people that come from jail, our other institutions, that come to my prison, Eddyville, and tell me about somebody that is already in the prison that done killed somebody that is one of his loved ones, that they would pay big money to have him taken care of, right? So you have,
and that's sometimes getting hurt, not necessarily killing.
Yeah, sometimes it's hurting them real bad. You know, I want him hurt. Like, I had a whole lot of contract. I don't want him dead. I just want him whooped. I want him whooped.
What does that pay?
Whatever they get out of it, but it paid me pretty good.
Give me a number. What did one of them, if you could think about one, what did it pay?
I didn't go under $2,500. It ain't much.
How they get that to you?
Money order.
And you put that on your books?
Put it on my book. And I mail it out and all that stuff. You know, the family and shit like that. And I'm telling you what.
Why was they using you for a contract?
Because they heard about me. My name traveled to all prisons. The way that I was fighting down there in the main prison, it traveled throughout the whole system. And they sent me to some of them prisons, and I came in, I turned it up. Doing things that inmates was afraid of, right? They was afraid to fight the guards. They was afraid to, I mean, you gonna let somebody put some crap on your like AIDS, when they brought Airmark in, they had brought in their team, and we come out for breakfast. They take a little scoop, ain't nothing but like 2 scoops of eggs in it, a little round scoop eggs like that, and they scrape it too, make sure. Put that on your tray. So everybody was accepting it. I'm not gonna accept it. I'm not gonna accept it. I mean, if you want to accept it, go ahead on, bruh. I'm getting ready to stand up for my rights, right, as a human. I don't care about I'm locked up, all that. So I said, hey, put some more eggs on my tray. So this black girl, she said, hey, you need to take your weak ass on. So you know what? I cussed her and all that. Told her she looked like Dennis Rodman. They locked me up, took me to the hole, let me back out the next day. I come back through the line, there she is. She ran her mouth. I went around the thing, took a gold chain on her neck and took it off. Took it from her. Said, you got me messed up, bitch. You know, you better learn who I am. So they locked me up. I passed the change out. When I came back out, it's all the young dudes, black, in Crips, all these Crips. Hey man, hey man, she's from the hood, man. She just worked for them, bruh. She's cool. I said, no, she ain't cool, she's a wreck. I went to the hole because she read it on me. Man, hey look, man, what you want for that change, man? We trying to get her to bring that powder in, man. You know, we can hook her up, man. I said, that's on y'all. I ain't giving a shit. And didn't give it back to none of them. And she came to my table one day. Hey, can I talk to you? And we talked. So
I wonder why
the deal we made from then on, when we came through the child line, we get a big old scoop, big scoops of eggs, right? We get enough to eat and go on with our daily, everybody. So when I got that established with her, and then she made some little sexual deals, we went on and did that. And so that's the type I was. And people said I was evil, man. I'm in prison trying to survive. Like they had a black girl come in there, out of Paducah. Big old booty. Young, cute. She's a guard. Far as I'm concerned, if you're a guard, you're police. No respect. Out the dribble. So
I want to dig a little deeper in this demon thing.
I'm gonna get ready to show you this demon.
Okay.
Me and her got to talking, and I'm asking her where she's from and all this. They ain't supposed to tell you about their life. You know, the guards ain't. They train them. But I break through all that. And then plus they done heard about me. You know, you get him mad, he'll throw duty on you and all this stuff, right? So a lot of them is blurry when they see me. And they heard like I'm the toughest person to ever walk through that prison. So automatically I get respect and admiration when they run into me. Oh, you are Fleece Johnson? I said, yeah, that's me. And so, you know, me and her got to talking. So, found out. She got a child that she said her son, she really loves him. Said that she'll do anything for him. I said, well, why are you working her?
Yeah, you told us about that.
Yeah, I said, if somebody take it, you know, I can't picture you going to court. She said, I couldn't. I said, you know, you might well drop him. I sold her, and I was selling people, man. You know, in prison, guards. You know, and everybody said I was evil. You know, I reached that level where I just didn't care no more.
Were you saying in prison it's okay to be evil?
As far as I'm concerned, I'm in an evil house. I know where I'm at. You know, let society and everybody else try to make me believe that I'm in a big old grand hotel or something around some real decent people. Everybody in here is crazy. They in here for crazy stuff. They done killed people. They done did all kinds of stuff. Raped and robbed and murdered. You know, I'm just in here for robbery. You know, I'm in here because I got a bad attitude. You know, that I don't like the goals. I'll fight the goals, so they send me here to teach me a lesson. But I know what my society is.
I wonder why they never sent you to the, what's it called, the ADX? The one in Colorado?
Man, they couldn't send me. They tried to put me on the...
Would nobody accept you?
They wouldn't accept me because they said, look, we got inmates, we want to trade with you. We not going to take this man. His record is too bad. He's too, I mean, he'll be no, we don't want that. We want somebody that we can trade or come in here and go through our system with no problems. This nigga gonna come in here and turn up shit. Gonna make us kill him. So, we don't want it. So, yeah, you're right. That's what you would have had to do, kill me. So, cause I don't care nothing about you. I done heard about all these prisons in America, the toughest prison and all that. The prison I was in was considered at the time I was in it as the toughest prison in America. And now you want to talk about records. Even when I was in prison, black people, I mean, we broke all the records in basketball. We broke records in football, boxing. We break records. Tennis, we broke records. Golf, we broke records. In the Olympics, we break records. And now I'm the record breaker into this criminal penitentiary stuff. I broke the record in that. 40 years in prison, 12 years in isolation. You know, managed to break all records in the penitentiary, right? I'm the record breaker in the prison system, and I'm black. So, you know, we just record breakers, you know what I'm saying? And so I hold the record in that. You know, because ain't no inmate, one inmate, like they said, nobody ever beat the system. Nobody. You can't beat the system.
Why you feel like you beat the system? People took a lot of time from you.
Man, they took time, but look what they lost. I made look, in my 40 years, I was over 100 guards quit. Nobody ever did that. They was walking out of there. I was making them quit their job. Quit your job, man. I died. You know, nigga, let's get nasty. Y'all want to get nasty? Let's get nasty. I can break records in that. Black people break records. We record breakers.
It's always somebody.
I ain't saying it ain't.
Listen. It's always somebody tougher. Who's the guy that? And you might have answered this before. I just don't remember. But it was a guy that you was like, man, I hope I don't have no problems with him.
There's a whole lot of them I've seen like that.
Oh, okay.
Shit. You going to prison, I give them respect. These men, they bodies, man, is there. Six-pack muscles everywhere, bro. And when you go see them work out, hit the boxing bag, they be curving it. They got good feet movements and all this stuff, and they quit. Then they go lift weights. I mean, they there. It's a lot of them. I say, I hope I never, ever have to fight. And it preferred me, man.
So how many of those guys did you end up fighting?
A lot of them.
That you was like, I hope I never have to run up against
A lot of them, I hope I never had to fight. I fought and they didn't even get a lick. And see, that's what got me. And they begged for their life while I was beating them. You know, I just like Bruce Lee, Muhammad Ali, anybody. I don't care what you know. If I get to hit you first, whatever you know, you ain't even gonna get a chance to use. At one lick, gonna send you on that ground and you ain't getting up. You ain't gonna get up. So whatever you think you know, you don't know shit. And so that's where I was at. You know, it wasn't even about how strong you was. Should I fear you? No, I shouldn't. You military trained, you done boxed for 27 years in the penitentiary, and you walking around with all these muscles and stuff, stronger than me, more powerful. You can just grab me and break me. I know all that. But you know, one thing I knew above all that was that if I get the first lick, if I hit you right with a weapon or whatever I'm going to use, and it takes you on that ground, fight's over.
You're going to stomp him.
You'll never get a chance to use all that shit. I'm going to beat you so bad that you'll be a vegetable. You ain't going to even be able to see me no more. So I've been through them type of fights, right? Mm-hmm. And people was wondering, how did I whoop these people? They said these people were stronger than me. More pop, man, they ain't based on that. I made the first punch. I took that first lick. Caught you, like I said, I don't care if I catch you with your back turned. You know, however I can win, I'm gonna win.
Let me ask you a question. I don't know if this is a question you can answer or not. Every time we run into somebody you did time with, they always tell me, "Hey, big guy, he's telling you the truth, but he's not telling you everything. It gets a lot worse than what he's telling you.
That's true, because it's a lot of things that I'm not really proud of. And I don't like looking back on too. But I was ruthless in the penitentiary. Penitentiary made me ruthless, and that's just a fact. Careless and ruthless. You know, I get calls, your brother died. What? Your sister died. And your daddy died. Oh, he be all right. And never thought about it again. I didn't care. You know, people turned their back on me, they killed it. I hoarded my heart, and I said, you know what? I'm going to survive penitentiary. I'm going to survive it. You know, I'll fight the whole time I'm in here, but I will survive this shit. I'm not going to die in the gutter.
Was it ever a time where the guards ran in your cell and beat you so bad you was going to change your mind?
Man, they had only one person that they hired out of the military. He came out of the interrogation unit where he interrogated for 21 years.
He's the one that waterboarded you,
He's the
right?
one that waterboarded me, put things in my eye, kept my eye open with a big light shining in my eye where they throw a bucket of cold water on me every time they think I'm trying to go to sleep. None of that shit worked. I looked for a weakness, and I saw one in him. And when I saw it, I said, this is him. But at the time, before I saw that weakness, yeah, he had me to the point to where I'm done. I'm getting ready to change my role now. This motherfucker getting ready to break me. But right when I was close to being broke, I saw his weakness.
What was his weakness?
He had a bad heart.
Yeah, okay, you told us about that.
I told him, I said, man, I'm giving you one advice. Leave me alone, I'll bust your heart, right? He said something, I spit on him. I said, let's go at it. Later on that day, I expected him to run up to my cell. Next thing I know, they come through talking about he died. His heart bust on him inside the prison. Then I came out with, oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. I was so grateful to know it.
He was the one that broke you and didn't even know it.
Didn't even know it, man, that he was that close, man, that military stuff.
What he put in your eyes that kept your eyes open like that?
It's something that is like bracelets, and they pop your eyes open, and they do like that, and they keep them open. You can't shut them, you know, and they shine.
Was you handcuffed or something?
Huh?
Was you handcuffed?
Yeah, they had me handcuffed to a chair.
And had a big light shining in your eyes?
Yeah, one of them restraint chairs.
Yeah.
And things there is brutal. And then I remember a time that I wore a mask over my face for about 6 months. A mask where they said he'll bite you, I try to spit on you. So they put this shielding on my head.
Like Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, just like the damn movies, man. And my family came to see me one day, and I had that shit on my head, man. I went out there and sat there, and my sister looked at me and said, oh, goddamn, what the fuck? She started tripping out and shit, right? So I'm like, it ain't nothing to me. I went on visits with handcuffs and stuff on me, laid shackles, everybody else's hands is. But they tried everything to break this spirit. You know, like they say black people got spirits and some got good spirits, you know, and then they try to get them oppressed and all that stuff. And usually it has the opposite effect, like over in Haiti. People don't know how black people ended up in Haiti. They went there as slaves and rebelled and took the land. That's how they ended up with it. And then people been oppressing them since then. Their religion is voodoo and all that. They ain't never been to upgrade. You know, so it's like the Bible said, my people died for lack of knowledge. They without the knowledge, man, to elevate. You know, people's trying to keep them down on that level, like people do over here in the United States. White people with blacks, you know, try to keep us down, man. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to fight through all this. I'm fighting a system of powerful people. They got power. They got power and they got billions. They got the news media. They got everybody backing them. And for some, but they got laws that governs everything they try to use, right? So that's what it was. The Constitution, ban the Constitution, the Supreme Court rulings, gave me time, man,